Ubisoft recently announced what will likely be the next Star Wars game to release. Star Wars Outlaws was officially revealed at Xbox Games Showcase with the world's premiere trailer, and the following day a gameplay trailer was revealed by Ubisoft as well. Although we already knew Ubisoft was working on an open-world Star Wars game, this is the first time we've gotten any official information regarding the game, including the title and many details regarding the story and gameplay. I've already broken down the two trailers in separate videos, but here I'll simply be going through everything it is that we know about this game. Star Wars Outlaws will follow scoundrel Kay Vess fighting against various crime syndicates in the first ever open-world Star Wars game, set between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. During this time in the galaxy, the Galactic Empire relentlessly pursues the final defeat of the Rebel Alliance, while the criminal underworld thrives throughout space. Explore distinct planets across the galaxy, both iconic and new. Risk it all as Kay Vess, an emerging scoundrel seeking freedom and the means to start a new life, along with her companion Nyx. Fight, steal, and outwit your way through the galaxy's crime syndicates as you join the galaxy's most wanted. One of the most exciting things about this game is its open-world nature, which, as can be seen in the gameplay, will let players fly from ground to space and enter combat or fly across the galaxy. Players will also be able to make their own decisions that impact the game in real time, either increasing or decreasing your reputation with various factions in the game. Kay's companion Nyx can be used in a variety of ways, including attacking enemies, distracting them, retrieving items, and pushing buttons. Players can also switch blaster functions to be either blaster, a more heavily powered bolt with focused, or a stun setting. So far, there have been 5 confirmed planets to appear throughout this game, although there are more that as of yet have been unnamed. Toshara is a brand new location developed specifically for this game, and has been described as central to the game's story. It's a moon where criminal syndicates and the Empire can intermingle freely, a wretched hive of scum and villainy just like Mos Eisley. This is probably the planet we'll spend the most time on, and I'm glad that it seems like the focus will be on new locations. We'll be able to visit familiar locations that are central to the story, but this main planet is brand new, which gives there room for plenty of new story to be told. Janta's Hope is a settlement on Toshara, and it will serve as the hub for the planet, something each planet in the game will have. The hub will be where the player can roam around and accept quests, before going off on Kay's speeder bike to carry them out. Some more planets that have been confirmed to be included in the game. Kijimi can be briefly seen in the trailer as a location players will visit. Kijimi was first introduced in The Rise of Skywalker as the home of the Spice Runners of Kijimi, but has since been fleshed out in multiple stories. With this game focusing on the criminal underworld throughout the galaxy, I wouldn't be surprised if going to Kijimi means interacting with the Spice Runners, who at this time would be under the lead of Zeva Bliss, Zori's mother. I quite enjoyed getting to read and learn more about the Spice Runners in Poe Dameron Freefall, so I would love to have a story include them once again, and then maybe this time from a different perspective. And if something does come out that confirms the Spice Runners' presence in the game before its release, I would definitely recommend checking out Freefall to learn more about the organization. Another familiar planet that appears in the trailer is Kintanica, first introduced in The Last Jedi as the home of Canto Bight, which is another location that has been depicted as not so nice of a place. The film showed it as a center for the wealthy, gambling away their money as they ignored the greater conflict in the galaxy. Although at that time it was the First Order and the Resistance, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it yet again, where there are weapon dealers selling to both the Rebellion and the Empire, and get another lesson in morality. Canto Bight is also home to the criminal organization known as the Sixth Kin, which was led by Wend Alphys and operated out of the South Stretches Workers District during the Imperial era. Their organization was created for the Dr. Aphra comic, but I haven't exactly been keeping up with those comics, so I can't give my opinion when it comes to them and how much they would impact the game. Tatooine also makes an appearance in the trailer, which makes sense since Jabba the Hutt operates from the planet. Some fans may be annoyed at going back to Tatooine, but honestly I've never really gotten bored of the planet, and it's a perfect location to appear in a game like this. It's the first crime-ridden place we were ever introduced to back in A New Hope, and since then it's only been developed further as a wretched hive of scum and villainy, full of bounty hunters and no-good scoundrels and swindlers. The last familiar planet to be confirmed from the gameplay trailer is Akiva, which hasn't had a large presence in stories, but readers of the Aftermath novel may recognize the planet as the location where much of the first novel was set. Akiva was a remote planet in the Outer Rim territories, which was once a part of the Confederacy of Independent Systems that housed a large droid construction facility under the planet's surface. The planet then fell under the occupation of the Empire. Although this game takes place before the events of the Aftermath novels, there the planet is seen as the location for an emergency summit of the shattered Imperial forces following the Battle of Endor. The meeting ailed and led to a rebellion that pushed the Imperial leaders away from their planet. Some other details that aren't exactly important to the game, but still interesting nevertheless. Kay's companion creature Nyx is a Merkwall. The commando droid is called ND-5. Kay's ship is an EML 850 light freighter from the Republic era and is called the Trailblazer. Kay looks on the younger side, so I doubt she's had the ship since before the Empire rose to power, but it may be a family ship or just an older model that was all she could afford, since it does look like she doesn't exactly come from a stable upbringing. And for those of you who may have been concerned about the fact that the game was revealed in an Xbox event, hence concerned that the game will be an Xbox exclusive, there is no need to worry. While Xbox has rights to market the game, when it eventually does release, Star Wars Outlaws will be available to play on all major consoles, so Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, and PC. No official release date was announced, but Star Wars Outlaws will release sometime in 2024. There isn't much to base a prediction around, but my guess would be around the same time as Jedi Survivor, to keep it to one new game every year or so. What's your initial reaction to Star Wars Outlaws? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video and subscribe to stay up to date on all Star Wars news. As always, thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.